Sawadee cup. Cup. Crap. Used to be crap. Back in the day, they said Sawadee crap. If you're a guy, ka. If you're a woman, ka hasn't changed. And they found out, obviously, there's so many English speakers in Thailand. They found out that crap means poop. So they changed it to krup. And over the years, krup has become cup, K-H-U-P, and cup sounds like cop, and everybody just says cop now. Sorry, cop. Right? Because, well, there you go. Now you know. Free Thai language lesson because you were in desperate need of that. Someone called them maitre d'. Okay. I don't eat in restaurants that have a maitre d', by the way. That's just me. But often. I mean, I have eaten, but it's not like a thing with me. You have comfort. Yes, comfort. I like. You don't have luxury. And don't tell me that money plays a part. The luxury I advocate has nothing to do with money. It cannot be bought. It is the reward of those who have no fear of discomfort. Okay. Jean Cocteau. Jean Cocteau. I'm not going there. French poet, novelist, boxing manager, and filmmaker, whose collaborations were the inspiration for the term surrealism. Okay. There you go. Good old John Cocteau. C-O-C-T-E-A-U, because he's French. That's why. Sometimes timing is perfect. There are hundreds of cars circling a parking lot, and someone pulls out a spot 10 feet from the entrance just as you reach his or her bumper. Another Christmas miracle. Okay. Other times, the timing could be better. The phone rings during sex. It seems to ring for half an hour. UPS guy shows up 10 minutes later. Bad timing can spoil the fun. Okay. Jean-Marc Hatchey, H-A-C-H-E-Y. Jean-Marc Hatchey, he's on a French thing today, landed in West Africa as a volunteer with high hopes of lending a helping hand. In that sense, his timing was great. He arrived in Ghana in the early 1980s, in the middle of a coup d'etat, at the peak of hyperinflation, and just in time for the worst drought in a decade. For these same reasons, some people would consider his timing quite poor from a more selfish survival standpoint. He had also missed the memo. The national menu had changed, and they were out of luxuries like bread and clean water. Holy shit. He would be surviving for 4 months on a slush-like concoction of cornmeal and spinach. Probably actually really pretty healthy for you, because you eat the same thing every day. That helps you lose weight, right? The monkey chow diet, if you ever heard of that. People eating monkey chow. You lose weight because you're eating the same thing every day, even though the monkey chow itself didn't have that much nutritional value. Not what most of us would order at a movie theater. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I hate gruel. I eat oatmeal a lot. You know, I'm trying to lose weight, and in fact, I can't fucking stand it. I had eggs today, and I'm happy. Eggs, ham, and cheese on a piece of toast. I'm fucking happy. I'm not losing weight, but I'm happy. While I can survive. Jean-Marc had passed the point of no return, but it didn't matter. After 2 weeks of adjusting to the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, mush a la Ghana, he had no desire to escape. The most basic of foods and good friends proved to be the only real necessities. And what would seem like a disaster from the outside was the most life-affirming epiphany he'd ever experienced. The worst really wasn't that bad. To enjoy life, you don't need fancy nonsense, but you do need to control your time and realize that most things just aren't as serious as you can make them out to be. Now 48, Jean-Marc lives in a nice home in Ontario, but could live without it. He has cash, but could fall into poverty tomorrow and it wouldn't matter. Some of his fondest memories still include nothing but friends and gruel. Okay. He is dedicated to creating special moments for himself and his family and is utterly unconcerned with retirement. He's already lived 20 years of partial retirement in perfect health. Don't save it all for the end. there is every reason not to. All right, so he's making a point, and it's a good point, and I get it, and I understand it. However, I would say a luxury once sampled becomes a necessity. And what I mean by that is, once you've driven a car with power windows, you do not want to go back to the old crank-up windows. You just don't. Can you? Sure, but you don't want to. You like hitting the button. Once you've had and this shows you how old I fucking am. Back in the day, I was the remote control, right? I was the youngest in the family, so when it was time to change the channel and watch, MASH instead of whatever the hell the other Ed Sullivan show or whatever, I would get my ass, which wasn't fat, my skinny ass up from the chair or the couch, walk across the room, and turn the fucking knob on the TV. Now, could I live without my remote control and the voice thing and, all that crap? Yes, of course I could live without it, but I like it. It was a luxury item to the kid who got up to change the channel. And, oh, by the way, when you changed the channel on the 13-inch black and white TV, you had to move the rabbit ears. You had to move the little expanded antennas, make it shorter, pull it down, because every station, CBS, NBC, Fox wasn't even around back then, ABC and PBS, Public Broadcasting, Channel 13, still remember. CBS was Channel 2, NBC was Channel 4, and ABC was Channel 7 in New York, New Jersey, where I grew up. You'd had literally, like CBS, they would have to be extended out as far as they go and out as wide as they would go, spread eagle. And as you got down to like PBS, you'd make the antenna shorter and shorter and shorter, the length based on the channels. Don't know the science behind it, but I just remember having to do it. So anyway, yes, I like my remote. Could I live without it? Absolutely, but I like it, and you like your remote too, and you like your power windows in your car, and you like aircon and all that. Could you live without all that stuff? Sure. Most Thai people do live without aircon and without hot water. A lot of Thai people do. But a lot of the rest of this book is talking about quality of life, and I say living, eating cornmeal and spinach every day for 4 months is not quality of life. Did he survive? Yes. Was he relatively happy? Yeah. What's missing there in that paragraph was John Mark is the kind of guy who could be happy anywhere. He found contentment in a very simple life that I think is way too simple for most of us. But I get the point. It's a good example. Just different things make different people happy. But you do have the capacity to make yourself happy. So 7 minutes. All right, we'll break into the Q&A, questions and actions. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Wow. Yeah, Mark Twain figures, because I love me some Mark Twain. I love Benji, Ben Franklin, and I like Mark Twain. He's the man. Kurt Vonnegut, Mark Twain, those are my boys right there. So I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, worries, problems, right? Trouble, same. But most of them never happened, right? Just fucking awesome. I want to fist bump Mark Twain. High five. He's the man. If you are nervous about making the jump or simply putting it off out of fear of the unknown, here is your antidote. Write down your answers and keep in mind that thinking a lot will not prove as fruitful or as prolific as simply brain vomiting. Oh, I do that all the fucking time. I do that every day. I do that on here, on these videos. Brain vomiting. All right? On the page. It's very therapeutic. I feel good after I make a video. It's like, I brain vomited all over the phone. Write and do not edit. Aim for volume. Right, let it all out, brother. Spend a few minutes on each answer. Number 1, define your nightmare. The absolute worst that could happen if you did what you are considering. Now, he goes into a whole what doubt, fears, and what ifs. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the questions, and then we'll do the follow-up tomorrow. I'll reread that part and start with these 7 questions and do the, like he says, what doubt, fears, what ifs pop up in you as you consider. So I'm going to read the question. Define your nightmare, number 1. The absolute worst that could happen if you did what you're considering. Retirement, travel, this, that, quitting your job, etc. Becoming an entrepreneur, starting to flip, starting to wholesale, whatever. 2, what steps could you take to repair the damage or get things back on the upswing, even if temporarily? So, okay, worst case scenario happens. How can you fix it? Think about that for a little bit or a lot. What are the outcomes or benefits, both temporary and permanent, of more probable scenarios? So what's most likely to happen, your best guess, it's ballpark. And then if that happens, the most likely or probable scenario, what's the temporary outcome or benefit, and what's the permanent outcome or benefit? Number 4, if you were fired from your job today, what would you do to get things under financial control? What's your plan if your company, if you're a 9-to-5 person, 40-hour week, whatever, if you're working for the man and the man fires you tomorrow, the economy, whatever, times are uncertain. Really, times are always uncertain. Any safety you might have felt in a corporate job was false sense of security. It's not, you really never were safe. So if you're fired from your job today, what would you do to get things under financial control? Number 5, what are you putting off out of fear? What are you not doing that you want to do simply because you're scared? Be honest with yourself. Nobody's looking. Nobody's watching. Number 6, what is it costing you financially, emotionally, and physically to postpone the action? That's a thought that really you need to chew on a lot. It's really put that in your mind, because if your why, we call it, back in Napoleon Hill last year, if your why is big enough, a lot of times that will help you conquer your fear, your laziness, whatever's holding you back. 7, what are you waiting for? Like, why haven't you done it yet? And that could be a very illuminating answer. All right, we're at 11 minutes. I've done it again. I don't know why or how this goes so frigging fast, because it's not that much information, but it's good information, and I hope by keeping it short, it's easily digestible, and you can really absorb this stuff into your brain. So I'm starting to sweat like a whore in church because I have the fan off to make it quiet so I can talk to you. I'll end it here. Had a date last night, went well. Everything's good. I'm still here. I'm still surviving. And Sir Jeffrey had an idea for the channel. We're going to go around Chiang Mai eating hamburgers, eating cheeseburger, hamburger, bacon burger, whatever burger I can find, and review them. I'll eat one and say what I think, and he'll eat one and say what he thinks. So he doesn't have a channel. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. So we're gonna host the video on this channel. It'll be Sir Jeffrey and I eating burgers and giving our reviews, value, price, size of the burger, how good it tastes. Jeffrey and I get together every Tuesday, pretty much. I've actually missed the last 2 because I've been busy doing something else. But normally we get together every Tuesday at Gecko Garden and have the burger special there, 129 baht. It's a good burger. Comes with fries or tater tots, yes. And drink is extra. So that's a regular thing with us. So he got the idea, let's go try different burgers in different places, and I'm down for that. I love burgers, who doesn't? And it's cool just to go around the whole city. And he's lived in Thailand 24 years, and Chiang Mai, I think, 10. So he's pretty knowledgeable about where all these places are, and he's a member of the food groups on Facebook and all that shit. So we should find some cool places, so look for that playlist. I'll start a new playlist of burger reviews in Chiang Mai, and we're doing that today. We're going to start with the Sausage King, which is where I bought sausages for the restaurant that I bought up in Pai, and of course never got to sell because we had no customers. So another story for another day. I'll talk to you all later.